actually, Dave, the history goes back to Victoria, to Melbourne, although it does have connections over here as far as I think my grandfather was over here early 1900s, working in the timber industry. My story for myself starts in the outer suburb, or was then when I was born in 1941, the outer suburb of Blackburn, where my grandfather had a small farm and timber yard. And the family there, I've only, in looking back on it now, I realise it was the remnants of the commune that my grandfather had been born on, back in the 1882, I think it was. It was one of, a family of 8 on a German commune at Penshurst in Western Victoria, just out of Hamilton, which is now, where all the Western District squatters are. They were the next lot that took over the land after, some of the smaller farmers passed on and the commune faded. But
Malcolm Fraser country.
Yeah, it is. Malcolm Fraser, definitely, very much his country. So that's initially the thing, but the family it grew up, it's been always intergenerational, and so I think that's passed on a lot of the values more directly than, if you had, your oldies living somewhere else and, your family. It wasn't the nuclear family, it was still, very much what was an extended family, although my father was an only child, so was my mum. But we always had my memories of early childhood, over at the big house, which was my grandfather's house, which he built round about 1915 in Blackburn. There were always people there. People would come and people would go, and some people stayed forever until they died, and others would come and so there's always been that history of a sense of, I suppose, community. And my grandfather was one of the first people to take up land after it was opened up. How in Melbourne the land was, they put the railways in, the land boomers put the railways in and then subdivided the land, and my grandfather's property was on the railway line at Blackburn, and he had a few acres there, and as I say, the farm and later the timber yard. It was an intervarsity romance. I was quite a good swimmer, and I was at intervarsity, and I met my husband there. And then I moved to Western Australia because he was, based here, and taught here for a few years, and then went and did a visual arts degree. There's always been an arts strain and a journalist strain, in the family, and I decided I didn't want to go back to teaching full-time after Brendan, my son, was born, so in 1971. So I did a bit of part-time work and that sort of thing, and then decided I'd become an artist. So that happened early, the late 70s, early 80s. And so that led me to, I suppose, I pretty soon got sick of individual arts practice. Just sitting in a studio is not me. I needed to be with a community. So the community arts scene in Perth was developing at that stage with people like Jenny Behan and other people, and they set up the Community Arts Network in 1982. So I became more and more interested in art as collaborative practice rather than sitting in a studio and producing for a gallery.